There you go.
Hi, Tara.
So I pressed on the wrong person, and so I got David Virgo to come up and talk, but it was so cute. And he's like 5 seconds of fame, and I was like, well, duh. Like, I'm glad that you're on there. At least it like makes sense that like at least you were there. But I was like, I'm trying to get with Kenzie and Don, and I can't figure this out. And like,
Well, we were super confused because we both got an invite, and then it said you were co-hosting, and I was like, "Who is she co-hosting with?"
I had no idea what was going on. But hey, we're here, and Virgo is definitely going to be on the show one time. So
Mhm. So, welcome everybody, my co-host Tara Bianco from the wonderful Austin, Texas.
hell yeah.
What's up, Tara? How was your day?
Oh, it's pretty good. Nothing too crazy. Just cold weather.
We need some drama for the fans, though. They need to be intrigued. So, make up something. What was drama filled today?
Um. Oh, I mean, I dance drama.
Ooh,
Like,
ooh, do tell, do tell. Let's hear.
well, I mean, a little.
Make up fake names. Make up fake names.
I can't. I'm such a nice person. On screen, at least. Well, no, I just like I saw some things, and I thought some things were interesting today, and I'm trying to figure out why things are the way that they are for
Well,
certain things.
I got some good dance drama for you guys. Are you guys?
Oh
Have you
dear
guys ever
Lord.
heard of the person Landon Purvis? Is that a name that you guys know?
Yeah, he's a choreographer. Oh
Yeah.
God, what happened?
Well, apparently there's a Facebook page filled with 140 people, and the Facebook page is People Against Landon Purvis, and like there are people just like completely trashing him in this post, and one of them was including Trevor, um, the instructor from he. So, do you guys happen to know Kelly? She's in South Florida. She was at Shoreline, but she posted a thing on TikTok today. She goes, "I thought I was just like there'd be like no drama in the dance world, and I just wanted to like be a part of like some fun people to dance with and hang out with." So I messaged her and I was like, "What drama?" And she goes, "I don't know. There's a bunch of people have a Facebook page against some guy named Landon," and she sent me the screen captures, and like people are just like, "This guy's so arrogant." And blah blah blah, and he thinks he's the great. He had one dance go off. I think he's the one who did "I See Country," and everybody's like, he
With
just
Mark
thinks,
Paulino, yeah.
Mark
yeah.
Polino, yeah.
So they're just like, he thinks he's the greatest thing in the world, and I was like, sheesh. I'm like, I'm surprised people don't have a Facebook page against me.
I mean, I never heard of that, but I don't talk with a lot of instructors. But all I'm gonna say is people need to get off their high horse.
It's so like, okay,
Oh, they're not friends anymore? Wait, they're not friends with Mark and Landon? Sorry, I
nope,
have people helping me
of
understand
course.
the tea.
Yeah, and like I don't know any of these people, but I just found it interesting. So that they have, I was like, what did this guy do to have 140 people join a Facebook page to say that he's a piece of crap? Like, I mean, I think I have like at least 30 haters that could maybe make a Facebook
I
page.
mean, you want to know what I want to do? I want to do a Facebook page about how much I love Kenzie.
Okay,
Oh,
do
shut.
do tell. What do you love about Kenzie?
I love how Kenzie is the sweetest human being on earth, besides my mom. My mom's number one, and then Kenzie is like a very close second.
Well, that's of course. Moms are always number one.
Yeah, like you always have to love your mom the most. If you don't, something's wrong with you.
Fact.
But Kenzie is just the sweetest thing on earth. Like you literally just talk to her, and it's just like sunshines and rainbows. That's it.
Well, how did you guys first meet, and how long have y'all known each other?
Um, we met at when I officially, I believe we met at the Ask Me a Dance competition.
Yeah.
When that was going on, that was my first time going to Austin, and they were holding a competition, and we
And I'm
found out.
sorry, can you tell me what happened at that competition?
Uh, we found out that it was the first like line dance competition that they were having in Austin. So
I
we're
wonder
like,
who was
got to come
who.
out and represent the line dancers. So I went and I ended up competing in the line dancing and the Jack and Jill. I took, I think, third or second in the Jack and Jill, and then I ended up taking first in line dancing. But that's when I met Tara, and
Mm-hmm.
then
And we bonded because she danced at the same dance hall that I used to dance
Yeah.
at when I was in LA. But
Mm-hmm.
we like missed each other from
Yeah.
when I moved. So
And that's Stampede,
No.
or is this another
no,
one? What
borderline.
Borderline? I know there's like a million of them in LA.
Wait, Kenzie, wait.
It's
Keep
really
talking.
funny because I missed Anne Marie, my instructor at Honky Tonk. She just quit going in 2018. Like the summer that I started going, she quit that summer. Like we just missed each other, and I'm like, I wonder what would have happened if I had met her in 2018 before I knew anything about dancing. It would have been nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't go officially until I was 18. So
Mm.
my time was June of
Our
2018.
bar does your bar still allow under 8 or under 21 to go? Because mine just stopped.
Um, no, well, they have like family days,
Okay.
but I've seen those in your videos, and I was just like, that's the OG merch.
Hell yeah.
I think I saw it in like your Honky Tonk Padonky Donk video. I was like, that's the OG merch. I never got it, but like I know that was there. I've always known that was. I have
It's
Borderline promoter shirts.
see, I want one of those.
But let me ask the important question here. So you guys met, bonded because you guys both lived in LA or went to the same bar. So at what point did y'all decide let's make a line dance together? And who chose Honky Tonk Carpet Floors?
So I can help answer that a little bit. I've always wanted to like come up with line dancing, and same as Kenzie, we've wanted to do a line dance before each, and I just thought like literally the perfect person for me to team up with and like create our very first ever line dance would be Kenzie, in all honesty. Like, I mean, hands down, she's absolutely wonderful. She's amazing. She's so talented. And I think both of us coming together to do something, especially since she's an instructor, I'm an instructor, and we have like our own dance halls that we do that at. I just thought that was an amazing idea. And so I reached out to her. I don't know how fast that girl responded, but she was like, yes.
I just blew my mind watching you guys together because I've known both of you, which I've known Tara for a year. Actually, I've known both of you guys at the same time because I knew Kenzie. We first messaged August of last year, then I met Tara in October.
Yeah.
Um, and so it just was mind blowing to me to see both of y'all together because obviously y'all are my friends, and it's like y'all are each other, but one's in California, one's in Texas, and then all of a sudden y'all are like together, and y'all are like, we're putting out a line dance, and I was like, oh, holy shit, this is cool.
Yeah. Well, Kenzie, what did you even think when I messaged you? Like, what went through your head?
Well, my West Coast partner Peyton, he's always told me, and my instructor Bella, they're like, you just need to come up with line dances. Just start coming up. Just start choreographing line dances. Like you're doing great. Now you just need to choreograph. And I was like, I know, but I don't want to like do one and not be good. Like I want to make sure it's good. And like I did never like I don't know. I just never did it, and was just pushing it off and pushing it off and pushing it off. And I knew I had to eventually, and I wanted to like really bad. And then I got your message, and I was like, "This is perfect. This is perfect timing." Like I really like my everything was quite literally the perfect timing for me, for social media, for everything. It was just like this is the time to do it. I was about to like teach out all these things, and so there wasn't even like a hesitation when I got that message. I was like, yes, when, where, how long, like I'm here for it. Let's do it. Like when can we FaceTime? Let's get on FaceTime. Let's get this dance choreographed and let's go. So yeah, I was
So,
that's quite literally my mindset, or that's what.
So I had a question, and since people are always going to be constantly moving in and out of here, I just want to remind people that we are going live every Monday with Tara as my co-host, and every week we will have a new guest. We're hosting Kenzie Keister from California right now, Temecula, and Tara is in Austin, Texas. She teaches at Mavericks in Buda, and Kenzie teaches at Stampede, correct?
No, so I'm actually in like LA.
Okay, I thought you told me you lived in
I
Temecula.
was in Temecula a lot,
Okay.
like a year ago, and like um, during the pandemic, I was spent a lot of time out there. But I am in like LA, and I teach in Agora Hills and Santa Clarita.
So what's the name of the clubs?
So it's at the Canyon Club, but
Okay.
it's hosted by like Borderline Country Nights. So the BL Saloon hosts country nights at the venue Canyon Club.
I mean, you guys know I am Mr. Worldwide. I got people all over the world. So there could be some people from California in here. I do have
I got a line dancer from the UK on here. Her name's Kate.
What's she saying?
She said she asked if we're all line dancers, so we are line dancers. And then we also have Romania on my side, at least.
I love it.
Nice. I have Ron over here says he used to live in Temecula, and he said we're awesome.
Awesome.
Caitlin also says she legit loves me and Kenzie. Thank you. Wait until you see a video with the three of us together. It's going to be immaculate. If you guys do not know, I met Tara a year ago when I visited Austin, Texas. I went on a Thursday night. I had no idea who she was. I just saw this cute little redhead dancing by herself to Country Girl Shake It. And I was like, ooh, that's the one we do at my bar. So I ran out there, and next thing you know, it's just me and Tara in the middle of a bar in Texas. I had just gone there. And it's just me and Tara just killing this line dance together. And afterwards, I was like, yo, how do you know how to do that? And she was like, I don't know. It's just one that I do. And I think you told me you teach or whatever. I was like, oh, cool. I'm Donnie. And she's like, I'm Tara. I don't even remember asking you for your socials. I don't even remember how we got friends. Do you remember?
I honestly think like I just somehow found you on my For You page, and I'm like, did I meet you at Mavericks? And then that's how it is. Like, I literally just like slid into the DM, and I was like, are you that person? I was like, oh,
we never. Then we only talked like one more time after that, didn't we? Like, we maybe chit chat a little bit. But we didn't like become friends that night or anything. It was crazy.
No, like you like literally just came up on my social media, and I was like, how intriguing. But here we are.
And now here we are. And now we're like the best of friends. Melanie asked me, do I teach or just dance for fun? I just dance for fun. These two lovely ladies both teach. They teach online. They can do Zoom calls or in person.
Tomorrow is our big day, right, Kenzie?
It is our big day.
You want to tell them what we're doing?
So we are having a line dance night tomorrow night where me and Tara both are teaching a line dance, and then afterwards we're going to have a Q&A. So if you want to come and dance with us, you can sign up in either one of our bios. It's under Line Dance Night with Tara and Kenzie on our TikTok. And yeah, we'll be just having fun, kicking it. It's times are 7:30 Central Time and 5:30 Pacific Time. So anyone in my area will be 5:30. Anyone in like Tara's area will be 7:30, and then anyone in.
And how much are you charging? And are you doing 45 minutes or an hour?
It's going to be 40 minutes because that's what Zoom allows us for right now until we pull the plug and go for like professional, like hour-long, whatever we want to do, which, you know, probably is going to happen. But yeah, so 40 minutes and then a 30-minute Q&A. So you get a little over an hour with us, and it's $10 for the lesson, but the Q&A is free.
Oh, that's the group class. That's not the private, correct?
Oh, private.
So yeah, so let's specify that too. So every Tuesday, you guys are doing a group class with people, correct?
Yes.
And that's $10 just to do the group class. And how much is a private?
I mean, I think we probably have different rates on my website right now. I'm just doing $50 online for an hour. And then if you want to kind of like do a little refresh, or you're just having difficulty learning a certain type of dance, or want to just learn how to stylize a dance, a quick 30-minute Zoom is just $20. So
okay. Now, roughly, if y'all had to guess, how many liners do you think y'all know?
The rose. Oh, thanks for the star. Sorry.
Hi from Texas. Like well over 300, 400, 500.
I don't know. I
like
count at like
hundreds.
So it could be y'all could be in a club and they could play 300 straight songs and y'all know the line dance to every single one.
Potentially.
Yeah,
that's mind blowing. I mean, I only know 100. I know roughly 100.
I only know how to count to 8 now. So, once I got to 8, I stopped counting.
I feel
So
that.
you guys are asking, people are asking which dances you guys are teaching. Are y'all running like a plan, or are y'all just open to whatever the client would like?
So for our line dance night, we're gonna both teach two beginner dances and then kind of talk a little bit about like how to stylize it and just be more comfortable line dancing to really introduce line dancing to, a wider audience outside of just a dance hall. But then for privates, it's kind of geared towards what that person would want.
Okay. And they book on y'all's, there's a link on you guys' TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. That's very exciting. So what got you guys into line dancing? Kenzie, let's hear from you first. When did you first start dancing and what led you into the country dance world?
So I've been dancing since I was 3. I started off in a dance studio. Started off with ballet and tap, just for your little kid combo class. And then as I got older, I branched off into the other types, jazz, ballet, not ballet, jazz, well, yeah, ballet, jazz, contemporary, lyrical. When I was 8, I got asked to be on the competition team at my studio. So I was a competitive
Nice.
dancer for 10 years. And I also participated in my studio's Nutcracker performances. My In high school, my freshman year, we didn't have a dance team, but my sophomore year, a group of us, like, just through like word of mouth, decided to create a dance team. And so we created like a little club, and we did a dance team under an amazing teacher that was there, and she's still there and still running the dance team.
Yay.
And so it started and sparked as a club, and now it's a class, and you can get like credits for it and get like a graduation thingy if you're like on it for 3 years. And there's a lot. It's pretty awesome. So I was on
So
my
is that something you kind of like started for your school?
I didn't necessarily come up with it. There was, I think it was the teacher's idea, because she was taught at a studio, and she teaches at a studio and been teaching for years. And I think she
Mm-hmm.
wanted a dance team at our school. So she like talked to the other dancers that like she teaches, and we just kind of like all, if you heard about it, you heard about the meeting, show up to the meeting if you want to do it. It wasn't like a big advertised thing. It was just kind of like, if you heard, you heard. And then, yeah, I just showed up to the meeting, and a group of us were like, all right, let's learn this dance and then do it at a football game. And that's exactly what we did. We did the dance and then did it at a football game. And then after that, it became like my senior years when it became an official, I think, yeah, I believe my senior years when it became an official class, and it was a 0 period, so I have to wake up earlier. But yeah, that was a whole thing that happened, and I was honored, and I'm happy that I got to experience that. But joined my dance team sophomore year. I fell in love with country music in my middle school age, and had that
What
love.
artist? Was there a certain artist that you listened to, or just were like, oh man, this artist really makes me love country music?
So I admire love, and I would watch my mom and dad's wedding video a lot growing up.
Oh, that's
And
so
they
cute.
had their first dance was a country song, and
Wait, which one? Which one?
um it's Years of Our Lives, I believe. It's on my phone. I can't it's an older song. I will send you the song. But I remember the intro to their like wedding video, which was like just a bunch of little clips of my mom getting ready, of my dad, of the family, like combining, was Bless the Broken Road by Rascal Flatts. And ever since then, that's been my favorite song. Every time
That's
I
mine too.
DJ.
I had a dream. I had a goal one day. Whenever I get married, I want to learn to play that song on piano and play my wedding day. I love it. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that kind of like, even though my parents and my mom, they listened to it a lot, and I was like, no, I like Hannah Montana and Cheetah Girls and all that stuff when I was in elementary school. But the minute like middle school hit, I just started like falling in love with country music. And also my like nanny slash babysitter at the time. I remember when she would watch me at a younger age, she would come out like of her room in like her shorts and her boots, And like I went up to her and I was like, "Where are you going?" And she was like, "I'm going dancing." And I was like, "I want to go dancing." And she's like, "When you're older, maybe I'll take you." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I think back to that, I was like, "Oh my gosh, she was going to Borderline." And when I started going to Borderline, like it all connected. But yeah, I knew about Borderline starting like at a young age, and officially like my freshman year of high school. I learned fake ID for my first dance.
Same here, actually.
Year of high school.
Really?
Yeah. And we were all in the quad, and my friend learned it, and she taught it to me, and I was like, "Yeah, okay, say less." And then I like met people and saw like videos of Borderline, and I already knew my freshman year that my 18th birthday was on a Wednesday. And
college night.
Wednesday was our college country night, and I was like, "All right, bet I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna get a tattoo, and I'm gonna go dancing." So my 18th birthday rolls around, I wake up, I get a tattoo, and then I go dancing. So and then I was hooked ever since. Just wanted to combine like the country and the dancing. I already knew I would love it so much, and especially transitioning out of being a competitive dancer and being in a studio practically like 25 hours a week. It was like a part-time job, and I loved it. But going from like not once you turn 18 and you're not a competitive dancer anymore, you just kind of transition out. And having that like thing to like having that place to jump into and like still continue that like love for dance and in a way find a new type of dancing and being able to like take what I learned and then embellish it, and like also having choreography but being able to make it my own and not like have to worry about what others think and all that fun stuff. That's where line dancing came in the picture. Once I started, I never stopped.
Now, is there any country style that's a little bit like more challenging, you would say, even though like you're a dancer? So I'm assuming a lot of it comes natural just because of all the dance training, like the extensive dance training you've had. But like since there's so many different country styles, like what has been like your favorite versus what's a little bit more challenging?
Well, so I get this question asked a lot, like, what's your favorite?
Yeah.
What do you like to do the most? And I always tell them, like, depends on my mood. Depends on what I'm feeling that day. Like, if I want to dance by myself, like, I'm gonna go line dance. Or if I'm like practicing for a competition, like I'm gonna be partner dancing more. Or like if it's kind of like when it comes to line dancing, I get the opportunity to embellish how I want, and I'm in charge of what I'm doing. And then in partner dancing, I'm not in charge of what I'm doing. So I kind of get to like relax and be like, "Hey, you just like, yeah, I have my moments."
Do you ever hear it where they're like, "Oh, it's the only time you actually have to listen to a man"?
I've never heard that before. I love that.
That's my favorite part about dancing. I'll have to do what I say. It's the only time you'll be quiet too.
It's like being able to have the best of both worlds when like at a bar, like being able to go out and like do what I want, be like, yeah, this is me, this is like everything, like this is what I want to do, and then get to go out and partner dance and like kind of not know what's going to happen next and kind of give their leading. So I'll have my moments where I hijack, or if something's coming up that I want to hit, like I'll hit it, but in the end of the day, it's still like they're leading and I'm following. So getting to just like figure out, oh, this is kind of like keeping your mind more, I don't know, it's kind of, yeah. But that's where I'm like, I get the best of both worlds. I can't really pick which one I love the most. I feel like line dancing is my baby, and like partner dancing is something I can always grow on. It's like,
yeah, and then once you learn West Coast, then it's on to two-step and tango and foxtrot and waltz and rumba, and then there's mambo, and then you're on to everything.
Boy.
Yeah.
But the hardest one I've had to learn, and that's what I'm diving into right now, is West Coast. It's the amount of different, like, just breaking habits from bar dancing / like ballet and all the stuff I've grown up on.
Can you talk about that, the differences between like bar dancing and what you're talking about in a more professional sense, I guess you could say?
Yeah.
So, that's a hot topic right there, just say.
But I kind of when you're dancing at a bar, it's again whatever like your lead wants to do. So if he's wanting to lead you in a 2-step, he's wanting to lead you in the 2-step. If he's wanting to lead you in the 1-step, he's wanting to lead you in the 1-step. Every partner you dance with is gonna dance different. Like, and it's just a matter of what kind of steps they're taking. And typically in a bar scene, the most common dances being done are a 2-step, a country swing, or like a 1-step, or like the Texas 2-step. It's kind of like that's your little bubble, I believe, from what my travels have shown me, of what a lot of bar dancers do. And those are like the dancers that like go to a bar that like country music, that you know, sometimes they adventure out of it and get into like West Coast swing, and you know, you can definitely, but just the all the dancers, like you can go, it's in the end of the day, like yes, I have my ballet background, but I am still a bar dancer just because I go to a bar and I dance. Like,
Fun.
that's what makes you a bar dancer, and then bar dancing is kind of like whatever happens. Like, the lead's gonna lead, the follow's gonna follow. And then the professional, or well, there's like professional ways you can take that bar dancing out, like UCWDC, or I always say this wrong, WSDC, which is the West Coast, the West Coast swing circuit thing. You can take it out of that and get into that, and then also Kickstart Country Events is doing the professional like version of country swing, and like bringing that into like competitions on a circuit and like starting that up, which is more common, like a common dance done in the bar, and all that fun stuff. But yeah, that's like taking it out of it is kind of like just getting more in depth with training, getting classes. Yeah, that's like just kind of going into, I guess, the more competitive aspect of it compared to like just going to a bar to dance. And I go to a bar to dance, but I also have my outside training that I do.
Yeah. I'm intrigued to hear from like both of you guys actually, because every dance hall is different, you know. Going from LA, where I mean, you can tell me if I'm wrong, if things change, but I remember LA, no one knew how to two-step like at all. Okay, so
You
they
mean
still
it's progressive or Texas?
Progressive two-step.
Yeah. The only place that I've gotten good 2-step, like a progressive, traditional, quick, slow 2-step, is at Montana's in San Dimas, which is one of my favorite bars to go to. They have really good 2-steppers, and I get my fix in every time I go there.
So have you ever been to the Cowboy Palace Saloon and danced with like the 60 and 70-year-old men? Because you really should. It's so much fun.
I haven't yet. I've been to the Cowboy Palace Saloon, but that's because they were doing wait, no, am I doing the right? Is that the one in down like in LA, or
Northridge?
Is that the one Northridge? Okay, yeah. Now, I haven't been there yet. It's something that I am fixing to go to eventually, but I just love Montana's. I have my like little group of Like, it's
so at least you get it here and there. But Dawn, I mean, how is it primarily line dancing for you at your honky tonk, or like do people partner dance as well, country swing? Like, what is it?
Great question. So the DJ we did have, he mainly just played line dancing music, but we have a new DJ on Fridays, and I told her, I'm like, listen, you need to play 3 line dancing songs, 4 max, and then give us some couples dance songs, because I want to meet girls and like, or dance with my friends I already have. So she's doing that. So we're trying to grow that. People mainly do Texas 2-step and country swing. The older crowd does progressive, but that's it. Mainly everybody on the East Coast does Texas 2-step and country swing, except for Roundup in Fort Lauderdale. They just started doing country swing there, and their DJ was great. Like, they'll announce, this is a 2-step, this is a cha-cha, this is a waltz, and I want to bring that to my bar. But I was like, at least people know, like, if they don't want to waltz or cha-cha, they can go use the bathroom, get a drink, talk to some friends, whatever. And it's easier to have a little bit more of a rhythm to the night.
Interesting. It's so fascinating how all of the dance halls are different. Because, like, even was coming to Texas, I mean, as both of you have been to my dance hall, line dancing was not a thing. And I literally had to make it a thing. But it's so partner heavy. It's insane. Like,
And everybody dances progressively in Texas too. They don't
yeah.
do that anywhere except for on the East Coast, except for everybody just kind of picks a spot and they dance there and spin around and do whatever.
Yeah, no, your ass got to keep moving around and
Yeah.
around and around, or you're gonna get hurt.
Well, I do have an interesting question for both of you. What are percentages of men that are coming up to you guys and hitting on y'all when y'all are dancing, or how many are strictly just dancing? And what pickup lines are they using with you guys when they ask you guys out?
Kenzie, you want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first. So I am not trying to sound like arrogant or cocky in any way, shape, or
Facts
form.
are facts, baby. Just spit facts.
But this is what I've been told by my male friends, that guys at bars don't approach me because they're intimidated by how well I'm dancing.
I mean, I
So
was not that I was intimidated by you, but I had known you for a year. Like
yeah.
we have talked a good bit for a year. Like, and you told me you want to dance with me, and that's really sweet. But like, you've been dancing since you were 3. I've been learning for a year only, and it's like I feel like people have this like idea of who they want me to be, and I'm like, I just want you to enjoy dancing with me. It's like I just want her to like me so bad.
Oh, I will always say yes. Like no matter how old you are, like I'll always say yes. Like the first time you ask me to dance. I only have 2 no's. If that's it, after that time you hurt me or you try to lift my feet off the ground. I keep my feet on the ground, and then
Touch on that. Why do you keep your feet on the ground?
because in a bar setting, it can get dangerous with how close and how many people show up at a dance hall. That I rather keep my feet on the ground, and I also, since it's the first time I'm dancing with you, I'm not going to be 100% comfortable with I mean, I'm comfortable dancing, but I want to make sure like I can hold my own weight in certain things just in case, like again, so people don't get hurt. So you don't get hurt, like you by looking at someone, like in the end of the day, like you don't like know how much they weigh. And I would prefer like ever since even I get like a little iffy on princess dips because I've seen people get knocked in the face just by
Yeah.
lifting one leg up, and I don't want to be that person. I already feel bad when I'm spinning and I hit someone with my hand, so imagine hitting someone with
Or
my
your
foot.
hair.
Oh
Is
yeah, hair.
on the hair too. Yeah.
Flash by girls a ton.
That's
Yeah,
dangerous.
like I definitely already feel bad on that subject, so I keep my feet on the ground if when I'm dancing with someone, and if they try to flip me or if they flip me without asking me, that's another like big, because I'm not comfortable being lifted. It's just not something I
Yeah.
like to do. I've done it before, and that's with intensive practice and when someone I've like, gained a trust in.
Yeah.
Um, but I just don't. My comfortable spot is having feet on the ground. If you want to spin me for days, but
Yeah.
don't.
The spitting queen.
Let's just keep one foot on the ground.
But if the
But
guys do come up to you and if they're like not intimidated, what is that ratio? What do you think?
um, so I have like dancers that will come up and like dance with me. The amount of people that after the dance, like we stay and chit chat when it comes to like flirting and I guess that aspect of it. I haven't really had a lot of interactions with the hey, can we dance, and then flirting after. My interactions
Mm.
are more when I'm standing at the bar with one of my girlfriends and then there's someone next to me and like I'm making eye contact and like kind of have to do that type of idea, or if like I start just dancing a little bit, like not something crazy, just doing like the step touch or like jamming out and having a good time by the bar when I'm about to get a drink. That's when I find I most interact on like a flirting social level with
Aw.
another guy.
Yeah.
When I'm at the bar, people asking me to dance, it's like generally just people asking me to dance. And I also have my like little group of people that I dance with in California, there aren't a lot of partner dancers. So it's a lot of like, I'll go up, I have my people that dance with me. I have people that come up and ask me and they're going to say yes. A lot of like the cute little older fellows. And then sometimes like, again, I would have to just, depending on like if my friend knows someone, I'll go up and talk to them, but my place of meeting and interacting on like a romantic / invested level hasn't come from a bar yet, I guess. But like, it's not common. It's not very, very much common for me.
Yeah.
How about you, Tara? You hadn't heard any crazy pickup lines?
I mean, I just have little teeny boppers think that I'm their age, and I'm like, no, honey, I'm probably 10 years older than you. So, that happens a lot. But I teach on college nights, so, oh, thanks for the rose. But no, I mean, I give a presentation of I do have a boyfriend, and for the most part, everybody knows. So if they don't know, it's because they're new, and then I kind of like low key, they say, "Oh, where are you from?" I'm like, "Oh, South Carolina, lived in LA. What brought you to Texas?" "Oh, my boyfriend got a job." Squash
Yeah,
it,
until I got your
immediately.
number and you have an 843 area code, and that's where I live, and I was like, "How the hell do you have an 843 area code?" You're like, "Oh, I live in Hilton Head." I'm like, "You told me you grew up in Cali, and then you live
No, I said I
somehow
lived
you have
in
an 843
California.
area code."
Okay, how do you say, oh, like if you're bar dancing, right? I don't want to chit chat. I'm sorry. I really would just like to dance and have fun because you're trying to talk to me. Number one, I'm going to be smelling your breath. Like, I don't want to smell that. So I also don't want to, like,
Why do
I
you think
don't.
I have gum in? Everybody roasts me for my gum. My breath always smells fresh when I'm dancing with
But
these
I don't
ladies.
want to talk while I'm dancing. That's so annoying. Like, you can talk to me after we're dancing, but
That's
if
the
like
whole
we're
point of
dancing,
dancing with if it's a random chick that I've just met. The whole reason I'm asking you to dance because I want to get to know you.
So
get to know them off the dance floor.
there's definitely like, I can touch on that topic because there's maybe been like a time or two where someone attractive will ask me to dance. Like I'll try to spark a conversation with if they are like in that way, just to see if like they're just wanting to dance or not wanting to dance, like what kind of just like little things, and also not to make it like awkward where I'm just like looking off to the side and not just like staring in their face. With my dancers that like I know are dancers, like I don't want to talk. I just want you to spin me.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to meeting someone, or like if you are asking someone to dance because you think they're cute, or if someone asks you to dance, you think that's cute, like starting that conversation kind of also shows them that like, oh yeah, I'm not just trying to like dance with you, I want to get to know you.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's the
Which
whole reason
again, but that's fine. That's fine, John. You are more than welcome to talk to them. But half the time when people come up and ask me and they already know that like I have a boyfriend, I just don't want to talk
Well,
anymore
that's
because I'm just
different.
like,
That's completely different.
different. Yeah.
but that's the thing that like happens a lot here is just like there's a lot of chatty Cathy's on the dance floor sometimes. And it's just like once you already know I'm not interested, like, can we just dance? Like I'm so nice. Like you can say, "Oh, how was your day?" "Oh my God, my day was great, hon." And we keep dancing and that's good. That's fine. But when you want to chat like the whole entire time of the whole dance, like all you can do is just two step. You can't even do a move because it's like you're trying to talk. "Oh, I'm gonna spin you." Now we're coming back. "Oh, where did we pick up again?" You know what I mean? Even
So
see, this person says he hates talking while dancing. Thank you,
what
TX
I've
Jenga.
gathered, because mind you, before I got on TikTok and I started dancing in 2018, before I got on
Mm-hmm.
TikTok during COVID, and this was before I
Oh,
was
look at
introduced. I
you.
never traveled anywhere. I'd never done anything. So in
Uh-huh.
my mind, I just figured when you go to Texas that like all these people dance and they just dance with like random people all night. But what I'm gathering from y'all is y'all pretty much do like I do. Y'all kind of just dance with the same people. You maybe dance with one or two random people a night when you go out.
I mean, it depends. Sometimes I have a resting bitch face where people won't come and talk to me and they do. And it's the same as Kenzie. It's like they will see that, oh, I'm the line answer and I'm really good. So they won't come up. But then I do have a face where when I am actually smiling and being sweet Tara, I have guys come up to me and ask me to dance because they're like, "Oh, she's not gonna say no," and then I have to endure like the non-dancers, but they want to learn from me and like because I'm an instructor, and so it's just like it's very hit or miss on each night. But like sometimes I will only dance with my guys that like I love to dance with and they know who they are. And then other nights, like it will just be nonstop random people. So it really always depends for me.
Well, what are
Yeah.
y'all's thoughts when people, because you guys are instructors too and y'all teach at clubs. So what is y'all's thoughts and emotions when somebody comes up and says, hey, can you teach me this? It's like middle of the night, it's 10:30, you're drinking, having fun with friends, and somebody comes up to you and they're like, hey, can you teach me that? Or y'all just did a line dance and they're like, I want to learn that. Can you show it to me? What are your thoughts on that and feelings?
Kenzie, you go. I think also break it up between teaching a line dance or teaching like a little partner move. But Kenzie, go ahead.
Um,
She's going to be much nicer.
Because I'll go ahead and say my statement on it. If I have never seen you in my club before and I'm chilling on a Friday night, just because they have seen me out there or see that I know a line dance does not mean that I'm there to teach you a line dance. And it's one thing if they're respectful, but if I see you out there trying and you're like, hey, can you show me this little part or I can't get this one part, absolutely, I'll show it to you. But there
Yeah.
are people, I'm going to clarify this. There are people who sometimes will just walk up to me and say, can you show me how to do Footloose? And I'm like, I've never seen you before. I don't know you. Do you have any idea how long it would actually take me to teach you? Do you know what a grapevine is? No, you don't know what a grapevine is. Okay, so how much time would you actually want me to spend with you out of my Friday night just to teach some random ass person how to do fucking Footloose?
Hey, Don. Tell me how you really feel.
Well, and then they think I'm an asshole. I'm like, I'm just here to have fun with my friends. I'm not here to teach. I'm not even an instructor. But y'all are. So that's the main reason why I'm asking you guys is y'all do teach at these clubs that y'all are dancing at.
when I'm on like my night off and I'm really, really not like wanting, if someone comes up and asks me to teach and like they don't, so there's like two different responses because I'll be at a different bar and someone will see that I'm dancing and they're like, hey, can you teach me? And if I'm really just like not like in the mood, hey Porter, if I'm not in the mood or like if I'm having a good time with my friends, like again, this is at a different bar. I typically am like, my normal job, like I teach dance for a living, like this is kind of my night off. Like I don't, it's, if they get into like, well, if you teach dance for a living, like, why don't you teach me? And I'm like, would I ask you to like bring your job here? Like, do you want to work right now? Like I try not to, and there's definitely been like times, where I'll be like, yeah, like, if it's like getting, and then it gets like not controversial, but like if the like very rare occasion a cute guy does ask me like, hey, can you teach me a little bit, like I'll show them like the side to side step, just get them around the floor once or twice, just to again like get into that conversation. But typically it's a like, hey, it's my night off, if you want to come to my bar on this night, like I teach line dancing, or if you
Or pay for a Zoom
Marketing.
class.
if you want to follow me on Instagram, like we can message and I can like come out and teach you before the bar since I already have to drive like out here. And my comments are kind of funny right now. We have Porter.
Oh, read them.
Mia.
Yeah, so are mine. I want to read you guys some because we got requested to do shivers, all of us together at the same time.
And then when I'm at my bar, if like I get off the floor and someone asks me to like teach them a little bit, if I'm just taught, like I'll get up and like help them teach. It's but teaching them a line dance while I'm on the side not dancing is something I won't do. Unless I know they can pick up stuff really quick. Hey, can you get me that? Teach me that, like you said. Teach me that one little thing. Like I'm getting tripped up. I'm like, yeah, of course. Or if I'm on the floor and I see someone trying really hard, I'll start calling out the steps. Little things like
That's
that.
That's annoying, though. I'm trying to line dance and I'll hear somebody, grapevine right, back to the left, forward and back. I'm like, I'm trying to fucking
I mean, but if it's Kenzie, it's fine. Let's just put it there. Kenzie can do whatever she wants, and I'm going to be okay with it.
Oh. Okay. It's a very like weird, I never know if someone like wants me to do that, but if they're like watching my feet, I'll either, because I do add a lot of flair to my dance and end up like changing it. But really? I do add a lot of different stuff to it. So if I see someone watching my feet,
you have to stop and like,
I will
You
like
gotta do the
stop doing
basic
that
version. Yeah, yep,
and
yep.
yeah.
like just start doing the steps a little nicer and bigger and like exactly step sheet.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like my idea on it. I'll if I'm out on not at my bar, I'll be like, hey, it's my night off. Just like you wouldn't want to work on your night off, I don't want to work on my night off. If you want to just dance and see how it goes, we can try.
Well, I
But I'm
just
not.
I don't see why, like, friends will come up to me, we'll go over something, that's fine. Somebody may ask me a question here and there. I mean, Chris and Sarah, get asked questions all the time if they're out and stuff. But it's just like, I don't understand why people don't get it's like, does it look like I want to stop whatever I'm doing and help you do something? Like, just anywhere. Like, if you're at a grocery store, are you going to stop everything just to chat with somebody to help them understand what 2 plus 2 is? Like, no, like, you kind of want to go on your merry way. Like, let's have a little bit more common sense. So what really baffles me is just the lack of common sense at an actual bar. I mean, I'm line dancing and I also have men coming up to me and asking me to dance. I'm like, I'm
Line dancing.
already dancing. Like, let's think about that. Or I'm dancing and girls will come up to me and be like, can you teach me that? The song is playing. It's 11 o'clock at night. Like, am I supposed to stop? Like, it's that common sense. And sometimes they're drunk, sometimes they're not. But it's just America. Get common sense.
All right, so let me answer a few
Mia,
questions on my side. So Taryn asked, do we all see the same comments? No, we don't. Unless
No.
whoever you're viewing on, that's who you see. And I want you guys to go ahead and read some of y'all's comments. Kenzie, do you have to be out of here in the next like 10 minutes, or are you good to talk? Because right now we've got the most viewers we've had all night, and I know we said like
Go
an
for
hour,
it.
but
Do the comments. Do
yeah.
it.
no, I the latest I have to leave is 6. I have my
Oh,
JT practice.
it's only 4 o'clock where you're at. We got 2 more hours. Let's go.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna have like a bunch of signups on Zoom after this phone call.
I sure hope so. That'd be amazing.
That would be awesome.
So I would like to open this up to some questions. So do you guys have any questions for me, Tara?
Well, hey, also just make sure everybody Zoom tomorrow night, 7:30 Central Time, 5:30
$10.
Pacific Time, $10
That's
on Zoom.
nothing.
Go to Kenzie's or my page. Yeah, $10 is nothing to get Kenzie and I teaching y'all. But sign up. You can DM any one of us, and we'll send you the link and help you figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go
Now
take
go
this
ahead.
class. They're two of the best instructors and dancers in the entire planet. Go learn from them. Then you can go and meet all these cool friends and then you can start making TikToks. Maybe you guys can do shivers with me. I'll come to your bar and we'll do shivers together. You can learn shivers from Kenzie and Tara. By the way, I just want to start.
Sorry, what?
Sometimes I like blur
Manifest?
y'all's names together.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like I just want to call you guys by like one name.
Hensra. I don't know.
Yeah, something.
Tersey.
I've done that before.
Okay.
So somebody did ask the Kenzie, Mrs. Caruth, Kenzie, when you're learning a new line dance, do you learn it with your own flair or do you do it by the book?
Every time I learn a new line dance, I do it by the book. Because it's a lot easier to add stuff once you know. It's kind of like starting from the bottom and working to the top. Like you always got to start with the concrete when building a house. The concrete?
Yeah.
The foundation.
The foundation. Me and
we're just gonna let her go with it.
Yeah. You gotta start from the foundation. The foundation is that step sheet, and that like the basics for the dance. Don't get me wrong. There are times I've gone to bars and watched dances and learned a dance wrong. That's very common in bar dancing world, is because people do add flair. So when you learn it with the flair, and then you go back to this website called Copper Knob and look up the step sheet for that dance, and you're like, oh my gosh, I've been doing it wrong the whole time. But then at the end of the day, it's like I believe I tell when I am teaching a dance, I want people to make it their own. So I'm giving you that foundation, but if that foundation isn't you, like as long as you stick to the same type of wall, looking at the same wall, doing like the basics, and then adding you into it, then I love the dance 10 times more. So however you want to do the dance, I want to see how you do it. I don't want that's how I'll always start with the basics first when learning the dance.
Okay, I got
Any
some.
other line dance questions, Don?
Oh, I got a ton over here. People are
Let's
just
go.
firing.
Rapid fire. Do
So
it.
let's do it. So let's just answer quick and simple. Mikey wants to know, do you guys all travel to different country bars or stay local? Kenzie,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
we're all local. Yeah.
One of y'all go.
So I've been traveling the past 6 months.
You're also an instructor who gets contracted out by different companies to come and teach.
Yes. I'm also an instructor that does get contracted out to go to these. Like my first 2 contracts were in Nashville, so I went to Nashville to see my friends that are in this, Isaiah and all of them, and the influence dance group out there. And I got
I didn't want to hop on mine. Wow. See who he likes better. He loves you, Kenzie.
I got to dance with all of them out there in Nashville, and then I went to Florida, and
and who'd you meet in Florida?
I met Emily in Florida.
Yikes. Did you meet some like weirdo who just like keeps posting about you online?
I don't recall.
Oh, fuck. Jeez Louise.
But I mean,
I get sunshine over there.
I'm about to hang up this call. So, Tara, how about you? How often are you traveling?
I'm not done with my answer.
Well, what you have to say is not important right now.
Well, I was about to say I did meet this really sweet guy that I've known for like a year, and he's on this call, so that too, I guess. I just don't. But I went to Florida. And I met.
Oh my god. Oh, let me tell a quick story. So mind you, I have had some heart-to-hearts with Kenzie, right? So like we originally just bonded over dancing. I don't remember how we got on FaceTime for the first time, but we just started talking and we just like really just bonded. And there was another time we talked, and when I had like 200,000 when we met, I think she had like 40 or 50, and both of our accounts have heavily grown since then. So we get on FaceTime, we start talking about just like all the stuff that goes in with it, because people don't realize all the hate comments I get, because they might see it on a current video that I post, but you don't realize people are commenting on videos of mine from 2 months ago, and they're writing some fucked up shit on there. And it can fuck with you, right? Excuse my language, we got a child. Excuse my language. It can really mess with your mind.
This is my niece, Jamie. Can you say
hi? Hi.
Okay.
Go read your Bible. Sorry for cursing. That's my bad. So we like bonded, right? So we talked for like 3 hours and just talking about like all the stuff that goes into TikTok and all the attention that comes along with it. And then a week later, I see her in Florida, and I was going to airdrop her a video, and my name in her phone is TikTok Guy.
It has his name first.
When I said I was destroyed, it said Donald. TikTok Guy. I'm just TikTok Guy to Kenzie. I was like, wow. All this time we have heart-to-hearts. I'm just TikTok Guy to Kenzie.
Okay, well, to be fair, I didn't know your last name. That's not Hollywood, right?
It's on my page. Of course, I will say you're in my phone as Kenzie Catherine, not Keith. By the way, your full initials are KKK?
No.
I would really hope your parents wouldn't do that.
It's my official name is Mackenzie. So in my
MKK.
My actual birth certificate is Mackenzie. I've just gotten so used to people calling me Kenzie that I adopted Kenzie as I just took in Kenzie as like the name. Like if I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna be Kenzie Keister, and like Kenzie Keister I feel like can be a little bit more remembered than a Mackenzie Keister. It's just like less words.
Exactly. You gotta have a stage name. You gotta have a stage name.
Huh?
You gotta have a stage name. I love it.
Stage name.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's where Kenzie comes into play. So I'm MKK, not the other one. It has been a joke, and like people have not a joke. It's like it has been like someone has like said it to me. And I was like, I go by Kenzie Keister. Like, people usually don't know my middle name unless they look at my other Instagram account. But, like, that's not what I'm trying to get out here. Like, if anything, it's just KK, just 2 Ks, like, KK. And
I'm sorry, can you do that again? Like what?
KK. I'm still from California. But
She's an LA girl.
It's MKK. My parents MKK. It's my.
Okay. So now I have a great question. Jeremiah would like to know, how would I go about trying to start a line dance night at some of the bars in my town?
Just go for
it. You would need to learn though, right?
Oh. Does he not know how to line dance?
I don't know. That's a good question. Jeremiah, do you know how to line dance?
I think if you start off with knowing 5 line dances and then doing like your like typical your fun Cupid Shuffle and the YMCA and add those into your mix, and that gets like 10 dances, and see if you can get them played on like one night and then play some country music along with it. It'll grow from there. Talk to your local bar. If it is a country already themed bar, that's like even better. It's another thing to like get more people. Be like, hey, this is kind of blowing up around the country.
I feel like line dancing though is more popular in country bars no matter what. Like if I go to like regular bar or anything, I would never actually line dance except for the Cupid Shuffle. So I feel like if you want to bring line dancing to a bar, line dancing is kind of basically from country music, primarily right now in the way that the world is at this very moment.
Yeah, right now it's all the rock songs and hip hop songs. We're out there line dancing to Pitbull and T-Pain.
Oh, not at Texas, honey. You come, you don't even you get maybe 2 non-country songs played, but other than that, it is always going to be a country song for the most part, which is why I have to pick and choose what I bring to my line dance bar or
Y'all
my
play
dance
Shivers?
We play Shivers, and that's the very first one to start off line dance night, so everybody is happy. But then when they have, the hip hop night, they don't even want to play. Don't get me started on it. Continue with all your other questions, please.
Mike wants to know. Well, he asked which bar we went to. Mikey, we were at the barn in Sanford a couple weeks ago. Ava wants to know if I have a girlfriend. No, I'm single.
Single like a Pringle.
Unless you want to change that.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
He'll slide into your DMs later.
Jeremiah says he's a DJ and he teaches line dances at my weddings.
Okay, so
yeah, you have a background then. Just I would make some friends, or take your friends
network.
out there with you, teach them, and have like 4 or 5 y'all who know it, and then other people will want to join in. That's probably the best way to go about it. Steph wants to know when me and Kenzie are going to be dancing together again. When are we, Kenzie? Well, go ahead.
I think it's what we're looking at is next year, the beginning of next year, January. It's the holidays now. I'm gonna try, and I
busy for the TikTok guy.
I've maybe been home like a total of a month combined in the past 6 months. So I want to be home with my family and take some time for myself for a little bit, and be here for my home bar as well. But starting beginning next year, look out for it. Follow us on social media and you'll find out.
Tara, I'll let you answer this one. They want to know how someone can get started with competition line dancing.
I mean, kind of just going back from what Kenzie was saying, you got to build a foundation first. So once you kind of have a foundation of just all your true line dance steps, how to do everything I don't want to say the right way, but you know what I mean? Like you have to know exactly what a rock step is or what a sailor step is.
Or if you're going to do a step and point, make sure that leg, is completely straight.
Oh, he's getting up there.
All these little things that go into it, people don't realize. Which,
yeah,
I've said this many times about y'all. I would never have known. So obviously when I watch y'all dance, y'all are very talented. But until I learned ballroom and you learn all the little minor details into what goes into what y'all do, people I don't think appreciate just how good both of y'all are unless you have a background of dance. And I wouldn't. because like I watch all night, like I realized like, oh shit, like Anne Marie just told me that my leg needs to be pointed like this or my toes should be like this, and then I watch all and I'm like, damn, they're good. Like
Well,
they
and
know what they're doing.
the thing too is with line dancing, like it's not there's not a lot of like professional dancers who go into line dancing or who go into like just country dancing and all that stuff. Like they might go into ballroom and stuff later, but it's like it's more of a hobby. And the fact that we were dancers, it's a great hobby for us to go into and be really amazing instructors, because I'm pretty sure Kinsey probably gets this too, but because of our dance background, we're able to teach these people how to line dance way easier than other people who are just picking it up as a hobby. Not to be rude, but like it is a certain way of like how you communicate with people, whether they're dancers or non-dancers. We've had to experience that as being dancers and then going into that instruction. And so I just think it's like they don't necessarily appreciate it, but I don't think they know that they should appreciate it, because we're still just wanting to have fun and bring line dancing to people or just bring dancing to people. But it's really nice to hear that that like you actually see a lot of time went into, you know, making us look like this when we dance.
So Kayla wants to know what you guys' top 3 line dances are outside of the one you guys just created.
Oh, what?
Oh, what?
She already knew that was going to be included, so she's a smart girl.
Aw, Kendall said she started dancing as a hobby, but she can't teach to save her life. Teaching is a skill. It really is.
Big fact.
Trust me.
I also have Alicia. I'm so bad at pronouncing
Something.
Wow.
Someone.
She's been told that her 17 years of studio and ballroom dance is, she's been told that her 17 years of training is pointless with line dancing before by other people.
Well, they can stop it.
We just want to let you know that that is not true. It's very much like it's gonna, not true.
Okay, but favorite line dance, Kenzie. What's one of yours?
There's one that my bar really only does in California. That like I go to every other bar and they don't know what it is. It's a dance called Caliente, not Cha-Cha Caliente. It's called Caliente. To the dance called Jai Ho by the Pussycat Dolls, right? Yeah, I think. That is and has been. It was one of my first dances I learned at Borderline, and the amount of spins I put in that dance, it's like I don't stop spinning. So it's my favorite, other than my line dance. That's going to be number 1 for a while. Everyone asks me, what's your favorite? Like, well, I'm impartial. But, or our lead, yeah. But yeah, Caliente is up there.
Do y'all still do she bangs?
Yes. Well, it's not as common anymore with the new line dances coming in. Like, the new line dances make a presence, and then like we don't get to play too many of the older ones. But like we've done she bangs a few times. I also like Midnight Waltz to specifically Dangerous Women by Ariana Grande.
Interesting. That one, I have to say, I just love Outlaw. It's so much fun. I know it's so basic, but it's so much fun. I love it.
And one more. I probably like More Dessert, because I don't get to do that one not too often either. So I think those ones.
So no country ones except for Honky Tonk Floors.
Well, except for Honky. Well, yeah, okay. So I do like the country. There's like country those are the country dances like we don't get to do anymore. Like Crash and Burn is super fun, and Blown Away is super fun, and there's a bunch of really fun ones, like super fun ones, that I like don't get to do, but the ones I get to do more often than others are those ones. I bet I can find a country song to do them too. I just haven't like.
Somebody said, what about a boot, scoot, and boogie?
Oh, so actually, I don't know an official line dance to that one yet.
Well, they do just the electric slide when that song comes on at my place. I'm like, that's not the, okay.
I learned the official line dance in like Texas once, and then I learned it. I learned one from Alexis that I think is really fun. I have to ask her for the step sheet for that one because I really like that one. But yeah, there's like so many. It's kind of like
just all those hundreds and hundreds of ones that you know.
Yeah, it's hard to pick. Everyone was like, "What's your favorite?" And I just now I can be like, "Oh, honky tonk doors." Duh.
Yeah.
Before,
what
I
other
was like,
questions do y'all have?
Well, somebody did ask the host what his 3 favorite line dances are, so thank you for that, Rose. I appreciate that.
Who cares about
My
me?
top 3 favorite line dances are going to be Make It Shake,
You didn't even hear it.
Backwood Bump, and Honky Tonk
Backwood
Floors.
I'm sorry, Honky Tonk Floors isn't first?
First?
Well, I'm just surprised Shivers isn't first.
I've done that song so many times.
I just want to call you Mr. Shivers now.
No, I'm the Shivers King. Thank you. Shivers King. Thank you.
It's a fun little comment to add in here. My niece has a Bible in her hand.
Good. I'm happy to hear that.
I don't have a Bible in my hand.
Oh, says the guilty one.
Bible book. I want to read it. So she did grab one. But and also we have Mia that is bringing our line dance to her bar.
Where?
And have also Kendall who lives in North Carolina.
That's my friend Kendall from Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Yeah, and she's still learning your dance this week, trying to bring it. So,
isn't it crazy how we all know like the same people from like the dancing community? It's nuts.
Yes,
I love the dancing community.
I love it too,
and hate it at the same time.
My friend Olivia, she sends me a video from Chris and Sarah today. And she's like, you should learn this and put it in repertoire. I was like, okay. I was like, I'll call Chris and Sarah and learn it. And she goes, who's that? I'm like, the people in this video. I'm like, and then I sent them a picture of me with them. And I'm like, they're my friends. The amount of times I get sent red dirt dancing videos. And I'm just like, yeah, they're great people. They're my friends. And they're like, you know them?
Yeah. Well, it's funny how, like, because the dance community is getting a little bit bigger, since I run so many dance people's accounts, it's just they're like, oh, this was so cool and this is so cool. I was like, yeah, that video was cool because I posted it. I know which one you're talking about. So it's very, very small. And people are like, oh, now I see.
It's crazy. Rose says she's going to bring y'all's dance to Stampede. That's very nice of you.
Yay, thank you.
Love
Lisa
it.
says she's excited to learn from you guys on Tuesday. That was the winner of the competition, Lisa Deacon.
Yay! Oh, I have somebody asking where they can find our dance at, and just type in Honky Tonk Floors on Google, and you can put like my name beside it, and YouTube tutorials will come up. And so
yeah, you can YouTube Tara Bianco, and it comes right up. Honky Tonk Floors.
Yeah.
So
made it simple and easy.
Okay, I gotta clear some things up right here.
All right, go rapid fire.
Yeah, well, it's not rapid fire. Somebody's just very confused. They're asking me about something about sponsoring. This just is so Kenzie makes the money and Don sponsors. No, we're not a couple. We're lovely friends. I love with all my heart. But we've only met one time, and she lives on the other side of the country, and we don't sponsor anything. They are line dance instructors. They make bank from line dancing. People are paying on Zoom. People are seeing them in person. If you're in California, go see Kenzie. If you're in Texas, go see Tara. If you're in Africa and want to learn how to line dance, you can do it on Zoom. Or if you're in Europe, Australia, wherever, they will teach you at any time of the night. I heard Tara will wake up at 4 a.m. to teach you if she has to when it's the afternoon in Australia. They're that committed. And somebody says, what's your least favorite line dance? Is there one that you guys just hate doing? And I want to add on to that too. A two-part question here. What goes into your favorite line? Is it the song or is it the dance? Which one weighs more toward it being a favorite line dance?
Tara, do you want to go first this time? Or?
I mean, I don't think I hate any line dances, but I will say right now, because I moved to Texas, I really hate when Footloose comes on, because they don't do it the right way. And any Texas people can totally hate me right now for saying that, but you don't. And it's very frustrating because I love the original way and it's so much fun. But the dance hall fills up. Like everybody, they say that there's no line dancing in Austin, but yet they all go for Copperhead Road and Footloose. So
What's the first four count of the one you do? What you say is correct.
I do 4 kicks first, and
Really?
then you go kick up, back, up,
We
side,
we
flip,
we do
side, back,
grapevine
side.
right, grapevine left, and you do a K step. That's the version we do in our bar.
That's absolutely incorrect, but it's fine.
I just do it.
But that's why I just hate when that song comes on for right now because I'm not back at Borderline, and it makes me very sad because it's so much fun at Borderline. But yeah, Kenzie, what's yours?
So I would.
Oh, somebody said it's slapping leather for Footloose. I'm like, yeah, but it's called a Footloose dance to me, in my opinion. But I know it's slapping leather, but nobody else knows it's slapping leather.
Least favorite. I would probably say is.
I know that's tough.
Yeah, like, because I will, it's depending on which state I'm in, because you're in states and, like, there's barely any line dancing, and when a line dance comes on, you're like, okay, and you do it.
Keep it
no matter how much
shuffle.
you hate or love it. But, like, in it just becomes, like, a repetitive, the more you see it, like, I just want to be able to dance, and, like, dancing's fun, so I'm never gonna fully dislike a dance because it's always a dance and the choreographer took some time to choreograph something, and so
sunshine and rainbows.
I will never I can't like hate a dance. I know
I felt bad saying mean things around Kenzie because she's so kind. I feel like Kenzie's gonna think I'm an asshole.
I mean, you are, but it's okay.
I say it like I see it, okay?
But can you turn that off, Jenna? I guess which the one I don't like. It's hard.
Okay, you love it all.
I do love it. I mean, all the ones that you hear constantly, I'm gonna have a more like dislike for them because I just hear it too often, and since I live.
So guys, don't ask her to wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah, that works too. I guess. Yeah, I guess I can be the one if I have to pick one. But when it comes to favorite line dances, it's definitely the dance over the song. Like, I like what steps.
But don't you love it when it combines?
Yeah, like, you know,
like honky tonk floors.
Yeah, the dance and the song just combines. It's just, it's immaculate. That's when you love it, you know? Like, if I can jam out to a song in the car or at the bar, it's when it just mixes and it's just, I love it.
I started my little hand signals for honky tonk floors now. And, like, one of my favorite ones, like the pearl snaps. I'll do, like, pearl snaps and then wall to wall. And,
by the way, did you see that guy call me out for copying you?
Yeah.
So I haven't thought about it, like doing some hand gestures until I hung out with Kenzie to like the song, and which it makes sense because Kenzie and I both are very I guess animated like when we're dancing. But I never really thought about doing too much hand gestures, so I just started copying her to Shivers, and some guy comes, he goes, "Learn your own shit," and I'm like, whoa. Whoa. I'm like, Kenzie's one of my best friends in the world. Like, I can copy her. I promise you, Kenzie's not gonna wake up and see us and be like, fuck that guy.
As long as you're making the dance your own and you're not, I don't want anyone to ever like try to accomplish to be me. Like, I want you to be you. So as long as you're being you, that's all that matters.
Be Kenzie.
Oh, stop.
A hero.
Well, Kenzie is taken, so you gotta be somebody else.
No, but I saw the video and I was like, aw, cute. He was paying attention.
Love it.
All right, so this gentleman, he's very fascinated. He's posting lots of questions in here. He says, all I like is the Shivers. He wants to know how we are best friends considering we live across the country. Do you mean to answer that, Kenzie, or would you like me to?
FaceTime, texting.
Yeah, like technology is a great thing nowadays.
Yeah.
That's
So we
I
met a year ago. We would text, every now and again. Kenzie's more of a FaceTime phone call chick. We have a group chat between the three of us. It's like basically just Tara and I, and then
Kenzie does not text unless she's in the mood to text.
every 10th message was just Kenzie just being like, "Yeah, that sounds good to me."
I don't like I.
What happened there?
I don't know. She went
Text.
silent.
I just call.
We lost you for about 10 seconds.
Dang it. Okay, my dad started calling me. That's why, I think. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine now.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I just don't. Phone calls are a lot better. So if anyone's trying to be my friend, just call me.
Well,
call me.
Rose said she just want to learn your spins that your spins are amazing. Is what she said.
Thank you.
And somebody asked me if I do my own choreographs. I don't choreograph anything. I am going to choreograph one dance because there's one song I really like, and I'm going to choreograph the dance with the help of these two wonderful women, and we're going to choreograph a song to Carly and James' Call It a Night. I'm very excited, but I'm not trying to be in the choreograph business. I'm not a line dancer. I just line dance for fun on the weekends. I'm very serious about ballroom, but outside of ballroom, I just dance in country bars for fun and to try
you
and
just country boy twerk it out.
Oh yeah, listen, dude. Guys are so afraid to shake their ass, and it's who cares? Like, just have fun with it.
I say it in my lessons, it's mandatory. If I shake my butt, you shake your butt.
I say when in doubt, shake it out. If you're having a good time, doing the dance just fine.
Yeah, when in doubt, shake it out, or shake your keister.
I like to shake your keister. I want that T-shirt.
It's coming. I'm in processes. It's gonna happen.
We have 2 requests, guys. We have been asked to do a live Shivers dance, all 3 of us together. But before the night ends, we have to do it.
Jesus Lord.
Eventually, maybe. I was told I get to sit down.
That means she's not wearing any pants.
Whoa!
I'm wearing leggings.
Develop it up.
But
Ty would like to know if you guys have any tips on being over so shy on the dance floor and in front of cameras.
I have always kind of
love camera.
I kind of always lost myself while I was dancing in a way. So and it's been part of my life. I almost got hit by a Nerf dart. But sit down.
It's you over there.
This is Dixie, by the way, everyone. It's a little hectic, my bad. But when it comes to being shy, as long as you're almost going back to what I say when I'm teaching, just have a good time, and as long as you're happy with how you're dancing and the way you look, that's all that really matters. So being in front of a camera, it's just okay, whatever people think, it's whatever people think. You, I bet, are dancing phenomenally and don't need the validation of others, because you're dancing how you dance, which is awesome. So when you get in front of the camera, be just yeah, I'm dancing, and that's awesome. And I'm a Christmas tree.
I love how she just lets it happen.
Tell my mom this. I can't wait. But
I'm going to throw out advice out there. The problem I hear all the time is people think that when they get there and dance, they think that everybody is staring at them. I can promise you, not everybody's staring at you. And people who aren't dancing, they want to be dancing. If they are at a bar and these people dancing, they want to be dancing, but they're too scared. They haven't yet gotten the courage to get themselves out there. So, and even, I'm sure these ladies would agree with me, I have the ultimate respect for anybody who has the balls just to go out there and try. I don't give a shit how stupid you look when you're out there. If you just have the balls to just get out there and put yourself out there and try, you have our respect. So just get over it. Just the more time you do it, it's a mental thing for me, especially as like a guy too. Because like when I'm doing Make It Shake or Country Girl Twerk, sometimes it's like it's hard to get over that thought of like, wow, I bet everybody probably just thinks that I'm some homosexual. Which nothing wrong with being a homosexual if you are, but normally as a straight man, you don't want like you want chicks to like you, right? So you have to get over that like mental block of like, what are people thinking about me as a man shaking my ass on the middle of the dance floor? And it took me probably a couple years to like get over that and just enjoy it.
I mean, as long as you're confident in yourself, that's really all that
Exactly.
matters. So don't think about what other people think of you. Just
That's
be
a
happy
life.
with who you are.
That's a life.
Think about what other people think
It
of you.
doesn't
Just
matter. That's a life.
be happy with who you are.
It doesn't matter what anybody thinks about you. Kenzie, is your dad calling you again?
I don't know what just happened, but I heard myself like a voice recorder. I don't know what
I
just
heard
happened,
it just now.
Kenzie, you good over there?
I lost. I couldn't hear you guys for like a little bit.
Yeah, we saw you
you guys now.
just standing there.
I think my Wi-Fi probably just glitched out a little bit.
Oh well.
Well, are there any other prevalent questions?
I mean,
from
people
y'all's
are
side
asking me questions, but I don't want to make it about me. So.
Look at you, being so nice.
I mean, this is about Kenzie. It's not about me. I'm just the host.
True. Wait, what? And I'm the co-host.
Oh.
I'm just a host, yes.
I just like talking.
Sunshines and rainbows.
Because she gets me Starbucks.
So somebody says Steven wants to know where are we going dancing at. We're all in different cities.
I was telling Andrew that in the car today. I was like, you know what's really cool actually? Mm-hmm. We have an East Coaster, we have a West Coaster, and we have a Central person. That's pretty cool.
Technically you're Southern too though, man.
But I'm Central.
True. You are
in the world. You gotta boom, boom.
Somebody said, I'm in South Carolina, by the way. Somebody said, I would love for you guys to teach me how to line dance. They teach online on Zoom. Sign up tomorrow, $10. It's a beginner class. They do advanced stuff too, or you can take a private from them. Just go to Tara Bianco or Kenzie Keister's TikTok pages. They have a link in their bio. You click on that link, go to the website, book a time. They would love to teach you. They love teaching dancing. And they're some of the best dance instructors in the entire country. Me personally, I think they're the best. They are two of the best dancers in the whole world. They're phenomenal. All of the moves are just crisp and on point. So go learn from them. It's only $10. And you get to hang out with a bunch of other people on a line, and you can meet friends from around the country. And then maybe you can be like us and go meet somebody from California or Texas and go dance with them. And you can start doing TikToks of you doing shivers just like me.
And I mean, that's kind of the biggest reason I wanted to touch on that, why we started this, is because we want to bring the community together. It doesn't matter where you live. You can go to the dance halls. You can dance at your own home. But we just want to bring the love of line dancing to you guys and have a safe space for you to learn and do it with really nice people. Because I think I'm nice. But I just know Kenzie is a ray of sunshine. So as long as she's there.
Kenzie's a sweetheart. Kenzie is one of the nicest people in the world. Tara, depending on what mood you catch her.
True.
Even in the UK,
well, I disagree. I think Tara is awesome.
She's awesome.
And that's why she's my favorite.
But I want to know if you guys can still teach her in the UK, which absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just
all online.
Just create a Zoom account and you can they can teach you. It doesn't matter where you're at. Somebody wants to know if you guys taught me. Did you guys teach me how to dance?
I mean, we gave you pointers.
When have you given me a pointer?
I don't know.
I sent you a video of me dancing, and you sent back 3 laughing emojis. I almost cried yesterday. Because she created this TikTok line dance that somebody's paying us for. And I sent her that, and I was like, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm sending them. And she sends back, haha, like 3 laughing emojis. And I'm like, wow, thanks. Like, I did okay. Like, it's not you. It's decent. I'm on beat, I think.
I don't know how to respond sometimes. So I was like,
great job.
Thanks for sending.
Great job, Donnie. Congratulations. That'll suffice. They'll pay us for that. That'll suffice. No, just laugh at me. Like I'm a This is why people
I
don't
didn't
dance.
know you were asking for like a, hey, what'd you think? You just sent
Decent.
it to me without nothing.
It was decent.
It was good. I told you afterwards, after you're like, what the fuck? I was like, it was good.
I don't curse. I didn't say WTF. Somebody said, Tara, you should be more videos with Don. Absolutely. But I'll let you handle that. I'll let you answer that.
So, ma'am or sir, I'm in Texas and he's in South Carolina. And so, eventually, hopefully, I may be visiting South Carolina or he's going to be visiting Texas. And hopefully, all three of us can be in the same area.
So, the lady from the UK, she wants to know what time it is. I'm on the East Coast, South Carolina, the United States. So it's 7:27 here. It is 6:27 where you're at. Or are you 2 hours? But you're 2 hours behind me, aren't you, Kenzie? Tara?
I'm 1 hour behind you. Kenzie is 3 hours behind you.
Yeah. So Kenzie's in California. It's 4:27 where she's at, and it's 6:27 or 28 where Tara's at.
Yeah.
I'm like my mom. I get y'all mixed up. Like, I literally want to call you Kenzie, but I mean, y'all are both redheads and y'all are dancers, so it works.
I'm a strawberry blonde.
So am I. It's fine. Same thing. It's cool. And he says I need to take a flight. I mean, we're going to, and Tara's in Texas.
Do any of you guys speak French?
Bonjour. Oui, oui.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody's commenting and I have no idea, but it says bonsoir. Yeah, I don't know. But I have France on here right now, commenting up a storm.
I have Morgan from Texas on here, and she said she misses me.
Aww.
Yeah, she's from the Houston area.
Oh,
yeah, grew up there. I met
Morgan
her
from Shoreline.
Shoreline, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, she was sweet.
Yeah.
Anything else crazy that people are asking y'all? I don't know what the French.
People just ask me all the time. I want you guys' interest too. People ask me all the time where I'm from and like what bar I go dancing at, like on TikTok videos and stuff. And I'm like, but nobody ever comes to visit. I'm like, why do y'all ask if you're not going to come to visit? Or they're like in Italy and they're like, where do you dance at? And I'm like, South Carolina and Charleston. I'm like, are you going to fly from Italy to my bar and Honky Tonk Saloon in Lawson and come dance with me?
I think people are just curious.
Or they always assume that every dance video is in Texas or Nashville. They're like, where in Texas is this? And I'm like, I'm in South Carolina.
Right.
It's a thing. People think that it all started like literally just in Nashville or like where it's country. But like, I didn't even know line dancing was big in LA. When I tell people line dancing is bigger in LA than and they have one of like the biggest line dancing bars, people are like, wait, what? And I'm like, yeah, it's way bigger than like Texas for line dancing, like for real. They're like, no way. I'm like, yeah.
So I'm at Honky Tonk Saloon in Charleston, South Carolina, and Elise says that she wants to meet me and Tara. Why don't you want to meet Kenzie? What's wrong with Kenzie?
Hey! You and Kenzie get a lot of love. Let me have some.
Well, it's because you don't have any videos yet. People are gonna go nuts when you're in a video with me.
Thank you. I mean, maybe.
But Kenzie, are we gonna do my famous dip next time I see you?
Are you gonna what?
Are we gonna do my famous dip next time I see you?
She's gonna say no.
It's not happening.
What if you do like the backward run one where he just goes?
You don't trust me to take your feet off the ground?
No. Well, I don't trust anybody. I don't like my feet getting off the ground. Just like period, end of story. I just rather keep my feet on the ground. It makes me a little.
Now that we've already met the first time, all rules are off now. I kept very professional the first time. I did basic moves.
Look at her eyes.
So, oh wow. I've never dropped anybody in my 4 years. I got good hands.
But I mean, yeah, but
I just like
a very important thing. This is a good lesson for all leads is to ask your follow if they're comfortable with being lifted before just lifting them, because you should make sure the comfort of your follow is becoming more of a precedence than what you want to do just as a lead.
Well, I had someone who was this past weekend. They're definitely a beginner dancer. And he was like, oh, I want to try this new move. I was like, yeah, go for it, honey. Sure, whatever. I'll figure it out. I'll follow. And he's like, okay, so I'm going to lift you. And I'm like, oh, hell no. And he's like, what? I'm like, you are not lifting my feet off the ground. He's like, why? I was like, well, first of all, you don't do that here. It's like a rule. And he's like, but I see other people. I was like, well, they're breaking the rule. He's like, but why? I was like, does it look like you think I trust you already? And yeah, I was very sassy, but it was very much, oh, I'm gonna lift you. I'm like, no, you're not.
So I got a few things to touch on here. One, I agree with that. I told our DJ that she hired there. She never danced before, and I told her don't let her feet come off the ground, and she did
Yeah.
it last week and broke her toe. No BS. She literally came to me. She goes, "Should have listened to you." And I was like, "What?" And she goes, "I'm pretty sure I just broke my toe." And I was like, "What happened?" Well, he picked the princess up and threw her down.
Yeah.
Drinking, and they don't know how to do it properly.
Well, I miss that at Borderline they would announce that shit if like people are doing things wrong. Our DJ doesn't do anything. And I'm like, this is why like I have to go to a bouncer to get a bouncer to tell this one guy stop flipping this one girl over and over and over again. Like
It's not cool. Nobody thinks you're cool because you did a bike, especially when these dudes are like 6'3" and they're flipping somebody who's like 5. Like, why am I supposed to be impressed by that? Like,
right? No.
I'm not the biggest guy in the world. I think it's a little more impressive when I flip somebody who's like my size than it is just being 6'3" and flipping some 5-foot chick. But that's a whole nother
Yeah.
ball.
I think it's cooler having like different patterns and different ways to like move the girl and how many spins a girl can do.
She just low key flips her hair.
I think it's more impressive when like you're doing cool stuff with at least 1 foot on the ground than, or even like a bunch of what I love in the videos is like the splits. As long as there's room, like girls go into the splits sometimes.
Those are cool.
And that's your feet are on the ground, but like
I'm not stretchy enough for that.
Yeah, yeah, and those. So that's what my personal opinion is, and I agree on that. Like, just I want people to be safe and not get hit. There's been way too many times, even like during competitions, that people get like hit in the head, and like people have died from doing a candlestick and being dropped.
A girl got dropped on her head at my bar, and she was spent a month in the hospital with a brain aneurysm.
Someone dropped someone from a candlestick and broke their spine, like their neck, and died instantly. So it's like not in California, but I've heard that has happened, and it is something that can happen, and it's very.
So I'm never doing a lift ever again.
It's not worth it. It's just not. And like, unless you have a spotter and you practice it like in a gym where there's mats or like on grass and have a spotter, like, yeah, it's not worth it.
But even if I practice it, now I don't want to do it again.
I don't blame you. Lisa wants to know, there's a bar and dancing in Colorado. There's the famous Grizzly Rose in Denver, Colorado. That's the only one I know. Do you guys know of any others?
I just know there's a lot. You can go on Facebook groups and check it out.
Okay. I think Dirt Road Dancing is in Colorado.
Oh, yeah. Right?
So if you follow Dirt Road Dancing, they do all the cool bars in there. My dad's home. You can tell Dixie's getting all crazy.
Cool.
But
somebody said, do the handkerchiefs mean what I think they do?
What are they supposed to mean?
The handkerchiefs? Like the bandanas?
They're for sweat. People think that the hanky code means you're trying to smash.
I've heard like different things, that if like you tie it on a certain hip, well, technically it's a boot. If you tie it on your left boot, you're taken. If you tie it on your right boot, you're single. Just like the ring.
Oh, the ring. Okay.
And then I do the same thing for hips. Like if I tie it on my right hip, I'm just like single. If I tie it on my left, it's typically not on the hips, but that's what like we'll have them, or like right pocket. That's why guys sometimes put it in their right pocket for a specific reason. I got asked once after that. They were like, I saw that you had this. Does that mean you're single now? I was like, I just tied it on my hip. So, but I guess that's a thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Kenzie, are there any line dancing bars in Santa Barbara, California?
Santa Barbara. Not that I know of. I think the farthest it goes is me. And no, I know there's in Bakersfield, but I think that's more like not. Is it north?
It's
like that,
yeah.
That there's dancing in Bakersfield, and after that it goes up to like San Francisco. But the closest one to Santa Barbara would probably be the Agora Hills BL Saloon / Canyon Club.
I have someone on here who told me that they used to use a bandana on the right boot to easily recognize the right foot on videos or instruction.
That's
interesting.
Very smart.
Right? Mm-hmm. I like that. Sorry, going back to that.
Yeah. Jocelyn's from Central California. Do you have any dancing places, Jocelyn, that we can give this person in Santa Barbara? If you do, I might have an answer for you in a minute. But I know the closest one, north. There's one in, there's some in Bakersfield, and then,
I feel like Santa Barbara is like very just like wine distillery heavy.
Fresno area, I guess.
It's so funny. People think like this like line stuff is just like some stuff thing, and it's so popular out in LA and like Colorado and Idaho. It's crazy.
I can give
line
you
dancing is popular everywhere.
Yeah, I can give you bars starting from me down. I can't give you bars starting from me up. I can go all the way down, like 30 minutes to an hour to like an hour and a half to 2 hours to like 3 hours.
I love it.
But for you.
She's a little sassy for us.
I just found out they have a country bar in Boston. I didn't know. I don't even know. I knew a couple people from New York, like upstate New York. There were a couple like bars up there, but outside of that, I hadn't even met anybody in Oklahoma.
Man, I went to Rochester though, and I wanted to ask my boyfriend's parents if there was a country bar, and there wasn't.
There were no bars.
No, there was like I don't know, some Harriet's something, but they said it wasn't really anything, and I was like, oh, want a country bar.
Mo wants to know, is two-stepping more popular at y'all's home bars or more line dancing?
Two-stepping is the most popular at mine.
Line dancing is popular at mine.
And Tara's in Texas and Kenzie is in California.
And from my travels, I can tell you that the best place, and for future places that do, if you are interested in getting like both line dancing and partner dancing like an equal playing field, or starting a bar from like the ground up in a way, because I've been to Nashville twice already, and in my opinion they have the best like equal ground for line dancing and partner dancing. When it comes to like the different types of partner dancing, like waltz and stuff, they don't have that, but they're very even keel playing fields. They do 3 line dances, 3 partner, 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 all night long.
Why can't everywhere do that?
Huh?
I said, why can't everywhere do that?
Right. It's very.
It makes so much sense, because if you're one or the other, you can go take a bathroom break and buy a drink or talk to some friends. I couldn't even talk to any friends because I'm like, our DJ's playing 15 to 20 line dances in a row, and I'm like, I'm exhausted. I don't even want to go buy alcohol because I just want to drink water if I do take a line dance song off, and I don't get to meet anybody new, and I don't even get to barely dance with my friends that I do enjoy dancing with.
Like, I don't think, I have to say it, and it may be an unpopular opinion, but I don't think dance halls and like the people who run them actually understand the concept of like why people go there for dancing. It's like, yeah, it's a dance hall or it's a honky tonk, whatever it is. Like, people go there to drink and like talk, but you have like those people who are bystanders who don't dance, but then you also have the other 50% who are the actual dancers. And it's just like, you can cater towards everyone by playing the certain types of songs, but at least still make it available for like people who are legitimately showing up there. Target what like is happening, like that just makes more sense, but it's developing and like changing along with the times that I don't think most people do.
And like my bar, they freaking advertise line dancing, and then like sometimes they just get away from that, and I'm just like, or like they start doing all the hip hop shit, because like our bar on Fridays, I started to hit Cupid Shuffle because that was the end of my night. 11:30 every night on a Friday, he was playing the Cupid Shuffle, and then he would go into all the hip hop shit, and I'm like, so, and then everybody's just shaking their ass. I'm like, what am I gonna sit around this bar for the next 40 minutes? Just watch everybody shake their ass and maybe dance 1 or 2 more times with a chick, at 12:31. Like, hell no. So I don't understand why the bars do the hip hop stuff, which I guess in Cowboys in Atlanta.
She knows why.
Well, that's Nashville Palace in Nashville. They had a hip hop set too, but like I love partner dancing to hip hop music. Like it, if you know how to like West Coast or even like a country, like a good country swing is so much fun because typically it's like some like Usher or like T-Pain. Again, these like fun dances that it can get really, really, really fun. And I agree, like country bars are country bars, and like you don't want to use that country feel. But I also know that in my bar we used to, and like we kind of still do the 11:30 hip hop set, and people are just
I wish ours played better music.
Well, they're just shaking their ass. Nobody's like, if people are dancing to it, it'd be one thing, but like the girls at my bar literally just get out there and just shake their
Well, but
ass.
I think it also like it's gonna have to depend on what music they play. Like if it's ass shaking music versus a country swing type of thing, like this past weekend was actually good. I went out in country swing for like the first time in a hot second because they did good music, but sometimes they just play the oh, let's jump on it, like that type of thing, and like that's all you want to do. So it's being mindful.
And
Right.
there's like a bunch of popular country slash pop songs that are coming out that you can throw in during that hip hop set that aren't line dances yet.
Yeah.
As I've been getting into DJing, I like have a mindset when I'm DJing that like kind of my night, people's night almost depend on what kind of music and what kind of dances I'm playing. So I've like really taken into account that like field, and so I encourage other potters to.
DJ Kenzie in the house.
So Mo wants to know what the odds we would come to Ohio to check out places. To dance just for fun, I typically only travel if like there's a girl I'm interested in getting to know, or if it is somebody that I really want to dance with. But both of them teach on the weekends, so if your bar wanted to pay them to come out and they don't pay me to come dance, they would happily come to Ohio. If you want to talk to your bar owners and pay them to
Yeah.
come teach at your bar, that'd be
Or
great.
a workshop.
Or some sort of workshop. If you have people who would be interested, they would be love to come do that. Another girl asked, she drives to Nashville because they have no bars in Birmingham, and what's the best way to bring line dancing to Birmingham?
It's again getting a good group of friends, all kind of like doing the same thing. That's kind of how I started. Like all my friends wanted to, and you just got to kind of keep at it and have a regular routine.
Because people will join in the fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it happens. So that we have a bar downtown Charleston called Henry's on the Market. They have a small dance floor and a live country band on Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays. And I'll always be the first one up dancing with a partner. And then all of a sudden, everybody else gets up and joins us. It's so funny. It's
Yeah.
like clockwork.
Yeah. You just have to go for it.
Terrence says, I'm smooth with the promoting. But yeah, Mo, I'll follow you and just shoot me a message. I mean, I can teach country swing, but I'll come up. But we would love to come up there and do a little fun little thing and teach everybody some dancing. I'm just a celebrity. I'm not. I don't actually feel myself as a celebrity, but you know what I mean. I'm just a personality. That's the word I was looking for. I'm just a personality. I'll do a meet and greet in Ohio. I don't know how you guys do. I can only teach. I got another question for you guys. For me personally, and I know I know how she's going to answer this because she's a nice girl, but I don't mind working with people who are very passionate, but like, don't you guys know when somebody's really not all that interested in, like, you don't think they're really going to stick with it,
I mean,
Can you like?
Does it not just to get like a monotonous teaching? Sometimes I don't know. You guys are instructors. I've never been an instructor. For me personally,
okay.
I feel like it would.
I think I know what he means. So it's like when people come to my line dancing class, because it's a little bit newer in Texas and we're bringing it to the bar, that not every single person who's always going to be there is like there to continue on and learn. So how I kind of always gauge it is I just want people to have a good time. So if you learn something great, if you just want to shake your booty while, we're line dancing because you just don't get it, that's fine too. As long as you had a good time at my lesson, that's all I really care about. And then I think that kind of just translate over into like, oh wait, maybe I actually do want to come back. Like I had a good time, the instructor was really nice, it wasn't like too crazy. So it's like I think there's enough people in the world that actually really want to learn, and so if they're at my bar, great. If they're not, we do this to like people please, but also to just like have fun because I love teaching. So
But
I think that's kind of like,
how do you build that to make people? So I'll give a great example. With Anne Marie, my ballroom instructor, I only went in there to learn West Coast. She's the one who made me want to learn everything else, just because I think she's that great of an instructor. She showed me how beneficial it would be, how much fun
yeah.
it would be, and I fell in love with it because of her. So as instructors, how? Because I think my point was, for me, if I'm talking to somebody about dancing, I get that energy off them, and you can tell they're passionate about it. They want to learn.
Yeah.
That bulb goes off. So as instructors, how do you get how do you get people to want to fall in love with what you're teaching?
I mean, I think it is also a different setting. Like she's in a studio and we're kind of at a bar, so it's just a little bit different than what you're saying. But I mean, I get where you're coming from. I just don't think it relates to my bar class per se. Kenzie, what do you think?
So yeah, I teach. So the group I teach, I have I'm teaching on college country nights, and
Same.
the two venues I teach at, one's a lot more like, there to have like a good time, meet new people, like college students, like just trying something new. Line dancing, I believe, recently has become like kind of a fad, and it's like cool to do. And so that's why like a lot of people are starting to come, and I love it because I loved growing the community. So when I'm teaching, it's very much like I'm like that, that bubbly, like, have a good time, like, get, not like telling people to have a good time, but like, I'm up there, like, sometimes I'll crack a joke on the mic, like how I teach the dance, or like how I'm speaking and like holding myself is very just like loose and like fun. So people are like, yeah, because if I'm into it, like they're into it, and if they're into it, like I'm into it. So we're like feeding off each other's energy the whole time, because they have that very like, yeah, I'm here to dance, like have a good time, like woohoo, like I have a little bit of shots in me, let's go. Like it's a good time, and I love, it's such a good energy and good vibe when I'm teaching like on the stage and they're like reciprocating it. I make sure it's like get the crowd started by that, just like, oh, y'all having a good night. And if one person goes woo, I'm like, I think you guys can do a little better than that. Are you guys having a good night? Like almost kind of like an MC in a way, and like the setting I'm in, and that just like feeds my soul and feeds their soul as well. And I completely agree on like if they're having a good time, I'm having a good time, and like that's just, so I try to just feed and like work with that when I'm teaching on the stage aspect, and even at the conventions, like still having that like energy and that like let's keep going, like especially after a long weekend, if you're teaching on a Sunday, like keeping that energy going, and like just gets people into it in a way. And there are going to be people that like don't stick around, but if they remember having fun that night, that's all that matters. And like, yeah, definitely when like you're signing up in the studio, it's like kind of almost a different atmosphere because you're signing up for dancing. When you're going to a bar, you're going to a bar initially just to have a good time. So
okay, got some new questions. Do you do virtual lessons? Tara and Kenzie both do virtual lessons. Please go to their TikTok pages. They both have a link in their bio on their TikTok pages. You can go to Kenzie Keister's TikTok page, you can go to Tara Bianco's TikTok page, click in the bio, they will have a link. You go to the website and you click on the website and you book a time with them. They can teach you on Zoom if you're in Texas or if you're in California. They will teach you in person, but anywhere in the world where you are, they would be happy to teach. And they are two of the finest instructors in the entire country and two of the best dancers in the entire world, in my opinion. They are so great to learn from. I would highly recommend it. Tomorrow at 10 p.m., they are going to have their $10 group class. If you would like to join their virtual group class, you can meet tons of people. You can most likely learn the Shivers line dance. I'm sure they'd be happy to teach that to you. You too can go viral on TikTok after doing Shivers. Mo would like to know, Tara, by any chance, did you dance the song Looking at You with Victoria? I'm not sure who Victoria
Yeah.
is. You know who Victoria is? Okay, cool. Then yes, she did, Mo.
That's me.
And then we have Howdy from Texas. And
Howdy.
yeah,
Howdy.
Tara's in Austin if you want to go learn from her. And hello from Florida.
Wow.
We don't have any Cali people in here, I don't think, but
They're all
I'm
in
in here.
Kenzie.
well, you don't count until you change my name from TikTok guy in your phone.
Ooh.
Dang, calling me out again. I see.
I just want to say I am ready to cook dinner.
Yes, I'm with you. I've been holding.
I got a wave
I
of
need a
hunger.
potty break.
And I guarantee my boyfriend is out there. He's like, "You said it was going to be an hour, Tara. Where's my dinner?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's gonna be an hour later."
One last question, and then we'll head out of here. What is she want to know how does she become a line dance instructor?
Learn from us.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Their $10 group class tomorrow night, first one they're doing. You can meet lots of people. Go to the links in Tara Bianco or Kenzie Keister's TikTok page. Click on the link. Go to the website. Book a time to learn privately or in their group class. Only $10 to learn. You probably spend $10 on coffee every morning, and you don't get to meet anybody when you do that. Pay $10, you meet tons of people, learn from two of the best instructors in the country and two of the best dancers also. They're phenomenal, amazing people. I just want to give them my money just because they're that
He's
nice.
our own personal hype man.
It's nice.
I love it.
All right. Well, it was lovely chatting with both of you women. You guys personally, I think you guys are both amazing people. Outside of dancers, and I'm really glad that I know both of you personally. I'm very grateful. Both of y'all inspire me to make me become a better dancer. And I very much appreciate both of y'all's friendship. And Kenzie, I very much appreciate you coming on as our first guest.
Of course, thank you for having me. I'll definitely tune into your other ones as long as I'm not working, but I'll definitely tune in. You guys are awesome. Thank you for having me, and I'm excited to see where life takes all of us, and hope you guys nothing but amazing stuff.
Well, thank you. And if you guys did not know, I've not seen yet, every Monday I'm going to be live on here with my lovely co-host, Tara Bianco. We're going to have a new guest every single Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. West Coast, wherever else in the world. I'm sorry, I don't know the times. If you're in the UK, you're 5 hours ahead. It's 11 o'clock at night for you. But next week, we will be hosting a lovely country couple called Carly and James. They are a country artist. They are married. They are amazing. So if you guys want to go...
Their songs are so good.
They're so good. The next dance that we are going to choreograph is going to be one of their songs. They are very talented. They're very sweet people. And we're very much looking forward to chatting with them. So if you guys have not heard of Carly and James, go search them up on Spotify, TikTok, whatever. But I think we're going to have a great time next week.
Hell yeah.
All right, Terry, anything else you want to say before we head up?
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Talk to y'all soon.